Welcome to the BTCast, episode 7. I'm Mark Cool Hands Gormley.
And I'm Evan the Dude Leger.
And today we have a special guest, Peter Titus Strounine.
You can also call me the Anonymite or Jim Morrison.
Of course.
You can call me Titus. You can call me Peter. Or as I have recently acquired a name, Cletus.
Cletus.
Why Cletus?
I don't know. Some guy just randomly called me that.
And what should we not call you?
I mean, that's the whitelist I gave you. You can call me Jim Morrison. You can call me Peter. You can call me Titus.
Can I call you Crazy
You can
Pete?
call me, you can call me Crazy Pete. You can call me Cletus.
So are names important to you, Peter?
No, not really.
Okay. And
I respect that.
what year are you at the high school, Peter?
I'm not at the high school.
Where are you?
Well, right now I'm sitting in this chair.
Where are you going to school?
Oh. I'd prefer not to speak of that.
Okay.
But I can give you an analogy, and it's a bit poetic.
I love poems.
Well, see, I live in the world, and my place is a place of many places.
Stuff.
I learn and live in the forests of Azure.
It's really weird. I don't know what that means.
The forests of Azure is a poetic representation of the sky and the mind.
What's
the
Azure
sky
mean?
within the mind. Azure just means blue.
Is it not like a jar, like open?
No. A jar. That's a jar.
A jar is a jar.
Yes, my jar is a jar. And that's a very jarring fact.
Oh, God.
I'm
That's-
sorry. I'm very word punny.
And Peter,
It's not punny.
Yes.
we have open mic
I mean,
nights
it's not funny.
on Friday nights here occasionally.
Yes.
And did you perform a poem last time?
No, I
on
performed
each one.
excerpt.
An excerpt. What was that?
No, not an excerpt. It's called excerpt.
And what was that?
Well, it was the excerpt of a life of a boy that lived on Mars, and the world was sort of overrun by corporate greed and things of the such.
On Mars?
On Mars. It's a little fictional tale I thought of. And
Did you come up with it on the spot?
No, I came up with it on the spot the morning of.
Okay.
But
That's weird.
basically, and then the boy is just sort of sitting, and he's sort of regresses through his life, and he goes like when he's a young kid, and it's like a lush oasis, and then when he gets a little older, gets a little worse, and then now it's completely barren, and he's just waiting in line to leave Mars to go. He calls it the fourth orb from the center star. And he's going from the fourth orb to the third orb, which you can infer to mean Earth.
Is this an
Sounds
analogy?
Very interesting.
It's basically just, and then at the end he says, "I really hope we don't screw it up this time, like they did with Mars."
Nice. All right.
Oasis planets.
And do you normally perform on open mic nights here at the BTC?
Yes.
What else have
That's
you
good.
performed?
I'd like my lawyer before I answer any more questions.
All right.
Well, I've also did some piano and I've played guitar, I think, once.
Yeah, I think the first one you played guitar and did a little poetry.
What kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
songs do you play?
I remember that vividly.
I generally don't classify what I do. I just sort of do it.
So you don't cover any Jim Morrison songs?
Not on guitar. On words, in the vocal cords.
Okay.
The pipes.
Yes. Not the bagpipes.
I want to talk about this purple shirt you're always wearing.
I'm not always wearing it.
I
I
think
like
he's
it, though.
looking good.
I think he's looking good. That's why I brought it up.
Mm,
Good looks, man.
thanks. I mean, I'm just being me.
Just being me, purple shirt in it.
Yeah, I mean.
Peter, who is
Bogan
you?
it.
Who is me?
Me is me.
Who is me? The question is, who is you?
Ooh.
Well, no, I'm just... No, I mean, I can't really explain myself in any other terms other than me. You can observe me and I can like pour out my thoughts to you, but like There is no definition of me other than a self-recursive one. I am me.
Do you
Me
live
is
on
who
or
I
off
am.
the grid? Some kind of
Whoever
given.
said I was alive?
Okay.
How do you know I'm not just a figment of your imagination? Yes, you, the listener. How do you know I'm not like just like in your head? Like anytime there's a silence on the podcast, you just have an urge to fill it with someone.
That would be a very long silence between Evan and I.
That'd be also
Yes,
like
it would.
very like I've known you for months. I'd just be like really strung out just so I could know what the pauses on the podcast are for.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
I don't think you're a figment of my imagination.
What if I'm a ghost?
You're my life.
What if I'm not real? What if I'm just a disembodied voice? I mean, there's no video recording this. How do you know I even have a body?
Are you
Did
talking to us or the listeners?
To anyone who will listen. I speak to those
Because
who
we
listen.
can see you.
What do you mean you can see me? You see a projection representation of me. You can stick your finger through my forehead. Go on, try it.
I can't
I
do
don't-
that. I don't want to do that.
I'm not going to try it.
I don't want to try
See,
it.
exactly, because they know they'd be proven wrong. They think I'm like actually here, but no, I'm not.
So, Peter, you were in the Boston Globe recently
Was?
Recently?
for, 6 months ago.
Wait, you were in the Boston Globe?
Yeah, basically.
What was that for?
Well, basically, I attached a garbage bag to the sled, and I just sailed down Beacon Street in the middle of the blizzard.
That's
It was
dope.
fun.
That's
And
dope.
a photographer was walking by and he saw you.
And he just was like, "Yo, let me take some pictures for the Globe, man." I mean, he didn't say it like that.
Yo, man, Boston Globe. Pictures. Let me take
what
them.
up, man?
And how
Wait, I'm
far,
gonna try and find this.
How far did you make it with the snow sail boat, whatever you call it?
That's a good
A
idea. I'm gonna try
snowboat.
that.
A snowboat.
That's what it's called.
Snowboat. When was this?
20 feet.
Maybe
Did it
about-
actually work?
It worked, and then it broke right after. So
Still impressed that it worked.
yeah,
Maybe we could try something
It's just
next
not.
winter
It
here.
just wasn't sturdy.
Wait, do you know how I could find that online?
You just
Search my
Google his
name.
name. That's how we actually found out. How I found out about it.
How do you spell your last name?
STROUNINE. That is how you
Okay.
can.
Okay,
So
I
anyone
guess.
listening
spell
can
my
Google search
name.
Peter's name and find this epic picture of him with the snowboat on Beacon Street.
Oh, that is you.
And
Oh
this
wow,
was-
that's a lot more elaborate than I imagined it to be.
Well,
That also doesn't look like a blizzard. I see about half an inch of snow.
because it was at the very beginning of the blizzard.
Which blizzard
like
was that? The only one we had? No, that was.
That is whatever happened recently. I don't think it was this winter. It might have been last winter.
Last winter? Yeah, we had.
Like that wasn't 6 months ago. Maybe
No,
that was
a
18
year
months.
and year
Whatever.
and 6 months ago. That was February 2013.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Yes, that was a very big blizzard.
This one, right, where you have the blue sled and
Yep, that's the one.
that's quite the
And I
elaborate
have the
machine. there.
Ushanka hat.
Peter, do you consider yourself an introvert?
I consider myself a being.
I knew you were gonna say something like that.
What is
I
an
knew it.
introvert?
Well, an introvert is just somebody who
Uh-huh.
prefers to spend time with themselves, and they are more, well, just by the etymology, introvert. Vert is to turn. Intro means going in. You turn inward. Whenever you're deciding what to do, you generally turn inward. An extrovert is somebody who turns outward. Extra, like.
So,
So that explains what it means. What do you consider yourself?
I consider myself a person. I mean,
That's exactly what you just said.
I mean,
Do you turn
by-
outwards
by-
or inwards, man?
I would consider myself a coin. It depends on
A
my
coin?
mood. A coin.
Like a quarter or a dime?
I'm an ambivert. Somebody who
Turns in and out.
It either turns both in and out at the same time, or depending on the situation, will turn inward or outward. People, ambiverts like people like me, like ambiverts, we are, we're very peculiar.
Yeah, I can
Because
tell.
we're not really introverts, we're not really extroverts, we think a lot and we do a lot, we experience a lot, and a lot of us are called crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why anyone
I'm
would
crazy
get that
for other
assumption.
reasons as well, though.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't even think you're crazy.
You should, if you've ever followed my conversations for more than like a day straight, you'd know I was crazy.
Why do you say that, Peter?
I haven't followed them that long, but I know you're crazy, man. Crazy Pete.
See, how about we have a thing, and we'll do a thing here. I'll reveal on the next episode why I'm crazy.
Let's just
But
cut to the chase. Do it
I
now.
don't know about that, Peter. How about a riddle?
A riddle.
Yeah, let's hear a riddle.
I'm never gonna give you the answer to this. You'll have to figure
No,
it out.
how about
yourself.
a different riddle?
Okay, fine. I won't give you the duck riddle.
Well, let's. You can say the duck riddle.
Okay,
I won't.
the riddle. The riddle I was gonna say is, what is the difference between a duck?
Okay, next riddle.
I'll repeat.
Did you make up that riddle?
No, I did not. It's actually
I'm just gonna check
fairly
the time.
well known. No, you won't be able to find the answer.
I was checking how much time we have
Fairly
left.
well known. I think you could probably find it.
No, it's actually one of those riddles.
All right, now
that-
I feel challenged to riddle to find.
Okay,
Next riddle.
so next riddle is, one night a man and woman, they go to bed. In the morning, the man and woman are both found dead. Who killed them?
Wait, what?
Did they die in their sleep?
It was a homicide.
Yes, but it was not. It was a homicide. Somebody
Time
killed them.
killed them.
No, time is not a person.
Oh,
A
it's
physical
a person.
person killed them.
I know this. I know this answer is so obvious.
It is. It is. In fact, the answer
Evan,
is
help me
within
out
the
here.
riddle.
Huh?
The answer is what?
The answer is within the riddle, actually.
Wait, say it again. I wasn't.
One night, a man and woman go to bed. In the
A
morning,
man
the
and woman.
Yeah. In the morning, the man and the woman are both found dead. Who killed them?
The night.
Yes.
The night man cometh. Is that right?
Yeah, the night. Like, the one that rides on the
Oh,
horse and
okay,
the
yeah. I'm
farmer.
smart.
Yeah.
All right, ask me the duck one again.
What's the difference between a duck?
One leg is both the same.
No. That's the joke answer.
One has feathers.
No. No.
My original answer was the wings,
No.
but I guess
I said
that's
the
not
torso.
correct answer.
No. I'm not giving you the answer.
All right.
Because
well,
it's such a simple answer, you'd never even think of, like, giving it.
I would never even think of asking the difference between a duck in the first place.
Well, that's because people generally are, like, who ask that are already, like, really far along the path to enlightenment, and they're just helping out other people. Because, like, once you're enlightened, you generally know the answer to the riddle.
mhm. Peter, describe yourself in one word. Silence.
Yes, exactly. Silence.
Are you a time traveler?
What
Because
is-
I
what
swear
is
you've heard
time?
all these questions in advance.
What is time?
Well,
is
time
time?
is just a man-made construct. It's just a. It's
What
just
is it
a-
based
it's-
on?
It's a way we label things that go. It's a way to label and sequence events. In Greek, there was actually two different words for time: chronos and kairos. Chronos was the chronological time.
Knowledgeable.
It's the time that goes, the quantitative time, the time that's like 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, etc. Kairos is qualitative time. Meaning based on the quality of events. For instance, birth, entering school, graduation, college, graduation, first job, marriage, etc. That's Kairos. It's
I like
based-
how you said etc. You actually know what it is. A lot of people say etc. That's wrong.
Well, yeah, I mean, most people aren't really that knowledgeable in many
Dude,
things.
you know what you remind me of?
What?
Wikipedia. Because like,
oh right, you go.
I
with-
just
Well,
I
yeah,
can just
that's
like
that's a
know
good
that
way.
you said something.
Peter, is time the fourth dimension?
You could consider it that. Though the first dimension is back and forth. The second is side to side. The third is up and down. The fourth dimension then is time. Then there's also a fifth dimension.
Which is where you're
Think
from.
about it. If the first dimension is going one way or the other. Second dimension is that dimension square.
Well, the first dimension is 1 point.
Peter,
No,
to close it
that's
off,
zero-dimensional.
what dimension are you in?
What dimension I am in? I am not in any dimension.
There you have it, folks. Peter, how do you say your last name? Strounine?
Yeah.
Titus.
Peter Strounine, Titus, Jim Morrison,
Cletus.
Anonymite, Cletus, Crazy Pete, all of the above and the under. Thank you for tuning in for another BTCast.
Don't actually come up to me and say, "Hey, all of the above, how you doing?"
Yeah, don't do that. See you guys.
Thank you.